Welcome to episode 57 of the Club Lorcana podcast. With me is always Jeremy Bertarioni.
Hi, everybody. Woo, I made it. I made it to the podcast.
And the friend of the podcast, now officially the friend of the podcast, Nathan Tripp.
Hey, glad to be here.
And Ryan will be stepping in somewhere in between the podcasts. So let's get started. We're gonna be talking about the top 5 decks.
Oh, wow.
In Fabled.
Fabled?
Yes.
Fabled core constructed?
Yes, in Fabled core constructed. What is your number 1 deck, Jeremy?
Okay, so I didn't know that you would be starting with me on number 1 decks. I host the Monday morning space, so like if you were there on Monday, it was a total maelstrom where everybody was coming in with their deck list. Everybody basically came in with something like, no, guys, this one. And then the next person would come in and be like, no, you guys don't even know this one. And some people would put like a yellow-green pile in front of everybody and would be like, really? And they'd be like, well, maybe. Mm-hmm. So I've been in the thick of it. There have been a ton of decks floating all around. I haven't even really thought about what the best one is, but I guess I'm going to go with, right now, first few days of the format, everybody's trying to beat Amber Steel. Amber Steel seems like one of these decks where on the play, your win rate's 100%. On the draw, maybe it's closer to like 30%, but that's a good enough deck if you're trying to win die rolls. The curve you're looking for is something like a Daisy Duck into a Nala, the new Nala. Mm-hmm. Into turn 3, you'd love to put down a Lady, and then your 2-drop is like a Jim Deere, or sometimes people are using it's just an 0-4 Bodyguard. That's like the nut draw that nobody seems to be able to beat, so I'm going to go ahead and safely back that one as my, new number 1 deck.
Yes, we should pull up Nala.
Okay, we're pulling up a card. We're pulling up Nala, new tech, the new Nala.
All right, awesome. We got the new Nala up.
So this is the 2 ink, resist 1 if it has no damage, and it also gets an extra lore. So it's kind of replacing Piglet a little bit. It's this 2-drop that can quest for 3. Every aggro player's dream is that it gets to do it twice. So that's why the curve, like kind of your best thing you can do on 3 is play a Lady into one of the 0-4 Bodyguards.
Yep.
The 0-4 Bodyguard gives it a pretty good shot of questing the second time, especially if you're on the play. And if you get to quest twice with Nala, well, think about it. Turn 2, you quested for 2 with Daisy Duck. Turn 3, you quested for 5 with Nala Daisy Duck. So that's 7. And then if you get a quest with Nala again and Daisy Duck again, then that's an additional 5. So now you're at 12. So you can pretty much just spend the rest of the game putting a 2-quester in play, and then it quests once and they kill it, and you're still going to win the game, even if they add a 2-quester to the board every turn. And right now, without like a sweeper, it's really hard, to beat that, basically.
Sweet. Okay. So your pick is Amber Steel.
I'm saying Amber Steel. I think this quick curve in the early few turns and an almost unbeatable draw on the play sometimes is enough to make it my top deck.
Yeah, I think aggro decks set the precedent, so that makes a lot of sense. This Nala card is really important to the strategy. It is the replacement for Piglet, but it's honestly better than Piglet in a specifically aggressive strategy just because of that like 1 additional toughness. It's an 0-2, but it has resist 1, so it's essentially an 0-3. But I like the condition on it, which is like it's always questing for 3, which Piglet had a condition of you needed 2 other characters. This is much easier to meet. It doesn't have any damage on it to begin with, and so in order to put damage on it, you gotta attack with at least 2, and then it still can quest for 1.
It quests for 2.
Oh, it can still quest for 2.
Right.
Oh my
Very
god.
good.
Better in that way.
Really good.
You lose ink ability, and of course it gives no damage back when it's hit, but we've been making it work. And then you have another like opener that involves Rhino that's a little scrappier, but still really powerful. Rhino is one of the like premier early threats. It's like super hard to beat for a lot of decks. A lot of the purple decks are adapting to it pretty well. You have the signature 1-2 punch combo of Royal Guards into Hypnotic Strength. A lot of purple players are playing this. It can have your Royal Guard deal 5 damage to something.
We can go through that in a second, but let's first get Nathan's top deck.
Nathan, what's your top deck? Just tell us.
I think that the transition that you're just talking about, the purple decks, Purple Steel, to me, feels like Amber Steel is going to warp the meta around it. It's basically like if you are going to lose to Amber Steel, you're probably going to just lose. So I think Purple Steel is one of the decks that's got enough aggressiveness to not like fold to some of the later ones like Blurple, but then it can handle Amber Steel and try to do that very critical of being able to flip the play, which is like that's what we're trying to find the deck that can win on the draw to then kind of help your like tournament equity.
Okay, so Nathan says Purple Steel. I agree with Nathan. I'm also on Purple Steel. And it's in response to the aggro decks. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill in the rest, right? Like we're gonna go over the top 5 decks. So we have Amber Steel, we have Purple Steel, and now let's think about what are the other 3 decks. There's Blurple.
Yep.
So
There's
good.
yellow green doggos, which was Cherna dogs, right? But there's no more Chernabog. And then lastly, there is green purple.
So there are two entries on there that make a lot of sense to me, which is Blurple and Green Purple.
Yep.
These are decks that people are having a lot of success with, but one that I haven't heard a lot about, and I like really feel like this space is helping me level up in Lorcana because I'm like I'm now like the guy that's heard about every deck is like how I feel because I had literally every color combination had their like person come on. You know, they were talking about blue steel in my chat, but a deck that I didn't hear about was yellow green dogs. So why do you think yellow green dogs?
Well, yellow green dogs is a deck that I've been working on a lot. Essentially, it's the deck from the last set that was considered tier 1, tier 1.5, depending on what tournament you were playing, right? It did win a pretty big tournament out in Europe, right? So the thing about the deck is if it catches people off guard, it can win any tournament and it'll have the smoothest and easiest tournament. The thing about it is it's the purest aggro deck, right? Because it is not trying to ever slow down, right? Whereas Amber Steel can strength and do that type of stuff for a second, but this deck is all gas, no breaks, right? It's 1 drop, 1 drop, 1 drop, 3 drop, and a 2 drop, and then play these 7 cost tramps. Boom, 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 boom. It's just like empty your hand as quickly as possible. Every turn is all about questing, and so even if there's an aggressive deck, it can answer it by being aggressive. So the reason why it's one of the top decks is it's the deck that lost the least amount of cards from the last set. So if anything, it got upgraded, right? And if you think about the type of cards like that we have in the format, what we're missing is card advantage cards, right? We don't have free friends on the other side type Rapunzels, but we have like Doc, which is a much more fair version of a draw effect. In this deck, you have Lady, which aligns with finishing the game even better than any other deck because you have access to 2 different ladies, the 1 cost and the 3 cost. And if you needed more, you can play more 1 cost ones. And then you have the tramp to fill up your yard, and then you have the bigger tramp, which shifts and then makes it so that any character that dies, you draw a card from it. So it's always just refueling its hand, and every it has the most questers that quest for 2, right?
So what circumstance would you think that yellow green dogs is the appropriate call over Amber Steel right now?
I think that you can play it over Amber Steel right now easily.
Amber Steel gets to play Doc, the card you were talking about earlier. You get to play Doc, and people are playing that 2 ink song that is inkable that returns a 2 cost character to your hand from the discard pile.
Yes. So
just to get Docs back.
Let's do this exercise real quick. All right. So you cannot play strength, but you do your fastest curve. And we'll start with 1. So you do Amber Steel and I do Doggos. Ready? So turn 1. What do you do?
I mean, if I get to do whatever I want,
yes.
I'm not going to take the Rhino line. I'm going to play Daisy Duck.
Exactly. We're trying to see who can do it faster, right?
Great.
So let's say I go with Lady.
Okay. I'm going to now, play Anala, quest for 2.
Play Anala and quest for 2. All right. Then I will play double Daisy Duck.
Okay.
No, I will play Daisy and Tramp, quest for 3, pass.
All right. I'm going to quest for... So I'm at 2, you're at 3. I go to 5 because I'm questing for both of my... Or I go to 7, right? Go to quest for both my guys.
Sure.
Because I No, did I jump a turn? No, I played Nala last turn, and then you played 2 guys. So now I quest for 5, go to 7.
Yeah, and I 100% hit a character.
Yeah.
That's-
I'm assuming that you hit one of those cards that you already played.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would just like keeps
Got
it
it.
fair.
Yeah.
You hit the tramp off my last Daisy trigger.
Mm-hmm.
This time you can hit whatever card you want.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm gonna go lady, and then I'm gonna go. The lady puts down a penny, and the penny gives Nala another resist. So now Nala has resist 2. Go.
Okay. So now I go lady, tramp. My Daisy can take out your Nala, right?
Your Daisy is how big? It needs
5.
to be a 5.
It's a 5.
Yeah, Nala's dead.
All right, and then I'll quest for 4.
Okay.
No, I can quest for 3.
So I'm at 7.
No, it's better for me to use my lady to take out your thing and then quest for 4.
Okay.
So I am now at 7.
And we're like smacking each other with Daisy, so we all have infinite cards. It's like not
Yeah.
a problem in this debate.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's my turn 4.
Mm-hmm.
I quest for 6, go to 13.
Mm-hmm.
I play. I mean, what if I just go Daisy? I can't strength. Calhoun, Doc. That's 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's too much. That's 5.
That's 5.
Okay. Instead of the Calhoun, it's another one. A Rhino. Little Rhino. Calhoun, Doc. So I put 3 to the board. I have 13 in play. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
This is hard.
I'm gonna. I don't
A lot of mental math.
know. Can I do any card under the sea?
Oh, you said I couldn't strength, but you get to under the sea?
I'm joking.
Anyway, it's
that was a
close, but I
joke, that
think
was
me
a joke.
being on the play gets me there.
No. Yeah. Let me think of what I can do. What do you have on the board? You just quested to what?
I quested for 6 to 13.
Okay.
My creatures are a penny, a lady, and a daisy, all exerted.
Penny, lady, Daisy.
All exerted.
Yep.
And then untapped. For whatever reason, I didn't go for 2 questers. I just played a daisy,
And a dock.
a rhino, and a doc.
Okay.
I have 2 cards in my hand. But the rhino's going to quest for 2 next turn. Spoiler alert.
Yep. Okay. So,
And you're at 7.
I'm at 7, and I'm thinking I have a lady in play, 2 daisies, another big lady, and a tramp. So I have 3, 7. I have how much?
I'm worried that this is like
7.
not watchable at all, by the way. I'm like,
It's fine.
freaking
It's
out
fine.
right
It's fine.
now. Okay. So
7, and then I'm missing lady 9, and then tramp 10. So I can go to 17.
you can go to 17 right now from 7?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, you're probably going to win. Well, but if you do that, I got lethal on the crackback. I put myself to having lethal.
Yeah, you gotta stop lethal and set up lethal.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going up to 4 ink.
Yep.
But how can you be going up?
Huh? So I have 6 that's exerted on the board.
Mhm.
Because I just went up 6, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 from the doc, the rhino, and the daisy that's not exerted on the board.
Okay, so you have 3 daisies.
No, I've only played 2
2
daisies this game.
Okay, so I mean, I don't want to do this, but I kind of just want to wipe your board.
Huh?
Well, I just want to play tramps and then wipe your board.
Okay, but then all your guys like live or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, because my guys don't get very much back. It's Lady, Penny. Okay, so then I would quest for like 5 the next turn, go to 18, and then you're saying that you would like have enough to
Like
win?
reverse
Yes.
lethal.
Okay, then you beat me, you turn to dog. Zan always wins. Is the
No,
moral? Moral of
okay,
the story,
There's,
Zan won
there's
again.
a path there.
Let's rewind for a second. I don't think that was a great exercise in that situation. So what I'm gonna say is, basically, I can just do the same thing much easier, right? You in your scenario, you needed 2 daisy ducks, right? In order to have that fast of a clock.
Yes. Unless I could have gone on the last turn like Rhino, Doc, and we just assume I like shift one of both
Yes,
of them.
but the point that I'm trying to make is I have 4 daisies. That's one. That's like a 1 cost 2 quester, right?
Sure.
Then I have Curse Merfolk because they reprinted it.
Nice. I am so excited as an owner of 4 foil Curse Merfolks.
Hell yeah. So that's 8. And then you have the lady, which is super broken because the more characters you play, and you're giving me a bunch of characters because you're questing with Daisy Duck.
Yeah, I think you also gave me a character because you quested for Daisy Duck. That's why I was able to play 3 guys.
Yeah,
on
but
the last
you
day.
have a chance of missing, right?
Yeah.
I don't have a chance.
You're not even playing invited to the ball.
So 59 as opposed to
as opposed to, I don't know. I mean, non-characters. I have the 2 bodyguard get back guys. I have Strength of a Raging Fire. I think I'm playing some number of Fire the Cannons. I just think that it can really
a lot
help
of Fire
in
the
the
Cannons
mirror.
out there
Exactly.
right now.
But that's the other issue I have with the deck is like the uninkable count is atrocious and the draw engine is just bad. So I'd rather just go all aggro. But I'd rather be answering the aggro decks. I think that every single person who plays aggro early on is going to have a great results early on. But once we know what those aggro decks are, which I believe they are Amber Steel and Doggos, then you answer them with the other decks. So the 2 decks that come right after that is Purple Steel and Purple Green, right? And those are the immediate answers to those decks.
So here's the sentiment that I'm hearing a lot, which is that when you're playing these sort of middle of the road, like not Amber Steel, not Blurple decks, you have 2 options. You can either configure your deck to beat Amber Steel with a bunch of anti-aggro actions, or you can configure your deck to beat Blurple. But people are saying that it's hard to do both. Would you agree or disagree with that like general sentiment?
Say that again. Why'd you put Blurple in there?
Because it has to do with how you're building the decks. If you're building, like, let's say Purple Steel right now,
Yeah.
you can beat Amber Steel or you can beat Blurple, but you can't beat both.
I don't think you should look at it that way.
Okay.
I think that's a bad way to look at it.
That's what a lot of people are saying. That's like why I'm bringing it up.
And that's bad.
Oh, well.
So I'll explain what the reason why we're looking at it this way is everything is a reaction, right? Don't start off by assuming, oh, this deck can't beat these things. And that's where like things go awry, right? Because basically a great example of that is Amber Steel Songs was a deck. Then Diggy Hole became a deck, but people gave Diggy Hole the same weaknesses as Amber Steel Songs.
Right.
And so you're just giving things weaknesses and nothing is in stone yet. This is a brand new format. This is weaker than like set 1, it feels like. And so what I'm going to say is the way you want to look at it is let's start with the aggro decks because they were given the best tools. And so that's why we put Doggos, Amber Steel. Then we look at how people react to those and what's the best way to react. So those people are going to get rewarded by dominating those decks, right?
Yeah.
And so those decks are going to get dominated by green, purple, and purple steel.
Right.
Then there's a reaction to that.
Yes.
And that is Blurple.
Right. Now, the Purple Steel and the Green Purple decks, I think, could beat Blurple, but right now they're sitting there with a bunch of Fire the Cannons and Calhouns in their deck, which are not going to beat Blurple.
They are still good against Purple.
They are still good against Blurple.
Yes. So
Then what is Blurple good? Is Blurple back where it always has been with no good matchups? and
no,
I'm gonna play
Blurple
it?
is great at the end game. So when they can chain off Hades into Elsa,
Of course.
they can end the game and they can flip the race. But Purple Steel is one of those decks that can answer everything along the curve, get the card advantage, and then still end the game through it all because it has cards like Cobra.
Cobra's been great in testing with Ryan.
Yeah.
I know I haven't had a lot to say so far, but when you talk about Cobra, I'm really excited to talk.
All right. So Ryan, the thing that this podcast is covering is what are the top 5 decks in Lorcana, and so what?
So you've already listed them?
Yeah, we already
Okay.
listed ours. Don't tell him.
Yeah,
I want
that's
to. I
interesting.
want to hear what Ryan's top deck is.
I noticed. Okay, yeah, you
Yeah.
go. You go.
Yeah, I mean, I hate listing them in like a linear format because
Yeah,
I think it makes no sense. But am I trying to guess what you guys put as your top
No,
5?
no,
or
just
what I think?
Just
Okay, this
you.
is my list.
Just you.
Okay.
It doesn't not a list. Just your top deck. That's all we did.
Yeah, don't do a list. Just do your top 5 decks.
No, top 1. Just the top one.
Top 1 deck right now for me is Purple Steel.
All right.
Incredible.
There's 3 purple steals and 1 amber steal.
Now, if you ask me what the target to beat was, it would be Amber Steel.
Okay.
That's a different question.
Cool. So we said the top 5 decks were Nathan. Go ahead.
Amber Steel, Blurple, Purple Steel, Doggos, which is yellow-green, and purple-green mid-range evasives.
Cool.
And, the big omission from their list that we haven't talked about yet that everybody's wondering about is the red song package. Green red has been something that a lot of people have thrown around. How come it didn't make the list, basically this list for you guys? Because it would have been in my contention. We had a green-blue Mad Jack ramp list when the Traverse Tavern event 2 weeks ago, which was like sort of the first 5 through 9 tournaments.
So let's talk about those tournaments. They're
Okay.
a complete garbage.
The lounge tournaments are garbage.
Yeah, they're garbage.
Okay.
Okay. So ever since Lorcana came out,
Yeah.
right? There is a leaderboard, right? And you can play best of 1 leaderboard, and that is rewarded by your elo going up, right? And your elo goes up and down based on the opponents that you're playing against, and that is the best way for you to figure out where your deck stands. Because if you get the good enough sample size, you will, your deck will be proven. But in a 1 tournament, anything can beat anyone, right? Like, it's kind of like the football playoffs, right? 1 game, anyone can win 1 game, right? And anyone can end up making it to the Super Bowl, even if they don't deserve to beat the team that ended up having the best record in the regular season.
Yeah, I think it's a fair assessment. The latter is the regular season, and a tournament setting is more of the playoff.
And the regular season tells you what's the better deck, but what the playoffs tell us is what was a better deck for that tournament and the matchups you got along the way.
Okay, Mr. Sample Size, how has the red deck seemed to you?
Bad.
But
there is potential in 2 of the shells. I do not believe in green-red.
okay.
Because I think that everything is a reaction to what's happening, right? And so the aggro decks need to be reacted to properly. And the red-green deck has, what are the 1-drops that people like to play?
Bobby Zemersky. This is the
Leaning
1/2
Tower
that
of
draws and
Jesus.
discards.
For a moment there, I thought you just made up a card. Can you pull up Bobby?
This is the 1-mana 1/2. Whenever you play it, you get to draw a card, and then after that, you choose a card in your hand and you discard it.
So
Yes.
we're going to show this card on the screen. This is very similar to what we're used to in the other colors, which is like your Mulans. All right, now we have filtering as a 1-drop reverse stat line to Mulan.
Cheddar, baby.
Oh, yes.
The
Now I
Leaning
remember.
Tower of Jesus.
I had to go back and watch Goofy Movie because we messed up the eye to eye card.
Oh, my
And
God.
everybody was mad about it.
Yeah,
So I was like,
sorry
all right.
about that.
So the thing about my explanation for that poor behavior is, as a kid, I thought the Goofy Movie was always really sad, and so I preferred an extremely Goofy movie. So I remember pretty much everything that happened in an extremely Goofy movie, and I've even watched it dubbed over in Japanese recently.
Oh, my God.
It's really funny. It looks like an anime. But I haven't seen the Goofy Movie in a long time because I remember it being sad, and I was actually right, and it is sad, and now I'm upset.
That's why I like
Maybe
the
watch
one
sad.
where they go to college.
The one where they go to college is the extremely Goofy Movie.
Yeah, that's the best one.
I
Yeah,
agree because
it
it's
is-
not
it is
sad.
Really, really good.
Yeah. No, the regular Goofy movie is also great, but
And there's like
in
a
a
hot
different way.
beatnik lady that gets in with Pete's kid. Remember that beatnik? Anyway,
Yeah. Okay.
All
So,
right, so the power line package.
This 1-drop isn't doing anything to contest the board. That's what
yeah.
we're talking
So
about.
you're trying to beat a Daisy Duck. How does this card beat Daisy Duck on turn 2?
oh, what do you mean? Turn 2, you hypnotic deduction it.
No.
Stand out.
Isn't that 3 costs?
3 costs.
You're on the play.
Lady and the Tramp, but then that's still only 3.
Yeah. So essentially, I think the 1 costs are the most important. So is there a red one that you could do?
Nope. There aren't any red 1-drops except for the Moana. That is a 3/2 that cannot get involved in any sort of combat.
So I've been thinking about this a lot, and I've been messing with the shells a lot to see, okay, what if someone forced me to play red green, how would I do it? And I don't know why people aren't doing this, but I think that they should play Mulan And what's the red card? Like he's like a red heart from the
Card soldiers.
yes.
Yeah, card
Oh,
soldiers.
the needs a damaged character.
Yeah, if there's a damaged character, it becomes a 3/2.
You could also play the Queen of Hearts, the 2/2 with Rush for 2.
So you play
Yeah.
like the damaged Mulan. And
You could
that.
also play Gaston, the
So
4/2 Reckless.
so the way it would work is they play Daisy Duck, you play your card, they quest, you play a Mulan plus a what is that card called? The one that gives +1 attack for a turn and draw a card.
Oh, improvise.
Yes, improvise. And then you kill the Daisy Duck.
Conveniently featuring a picture of Mulan.
So if you were gonna play red green, I think that this is how you're supposed to do
Yeah,
it.
but I don't want to be doing any of that stuff, Zan. I want to shift power line, sing Under the Sea, kill all their things, and then flip over a pirate's life to get them back down to some reasonable number.
And yeah, that reasonable number is not gonna exist when they go turn 1 Daisy Duck, turn 2 Nala, turn 3 Lady into your mom.
Zan and I got involved in a game of mental Lorcana against each other at the beginning of this podcast.
A
I'm sure
classic
everybody
thing to
remembers.
do with Zan, yes.
And I started winning, and so he started cheating. He was like, "Well,
No, there was no cheating.
I just have 3 tramps. and
I
all you
just have
guys are
all
dead."
all of the
I
tramps.
was like, "Oh, okay, they're all in play now. Great."
Sorry, I didn't choose my hand.
And so, all right. So where does that leave us? That's why no. Well, let's talk. I guess get back into. Do you want to talk more about purple, steel, purple, green in their
No,
place? Do you want to talk about
we're
purple?
still on red. So basically, red green. We're talking about why the 1-drops are so important, right? So let's say we're in a world that everybody's like, "Oh my god, I can never play amber, steel, aggro, or doggos."
Sure.
All right, we're in that world. Then we can start talking about skipping your turn 1,
Right.
right? So let's like rewind and think about where we learned this lesson before. It's actually Las Vegas. So in Las Vegas, we knew that the aggro decks were not dominating. We knew that it was mid-range to control. So what did I do? I had Robin Hood and 1-cost Diablo in the deck, and I ended up cutting out 1-cost Robin Hood and only playing 1-cost Diablo because I could just skip playing 1-drops. And that was only possible when the format didn't have aggro decks. But this format has only aggro decks, so we can't afford to play ones that can't deal with other cards. And so what do you need to have? What's a minimum requirement to deal with Daisy Duck? What's a minimum requirement to deal with Nala? That's what we're thinking about. That's how we're going to approach this, because you don't want to go to your first Fabled core constructed tournament and get absolutely smashed by an aggro deck because you didn't respect it.
Yeah, and then, the reason that purple steel and green purple kind of rise above blurple in their ability to crush aggro decks is because they have a much easier time. They both have a pretty good job of stabilizing the board, but blurple sort of falls behind where, like, if amber steel ends up at, say, 15 lore, they can just play a 2-quester, say go, they quest for 4, then you quest for 2 up to 17, play a 2-quester, then play a 1-quester or whatever, and just like sort of take those 4 turns only doing one guy. But green purple and purple steel have a better time dealing with sort of everything that comes off the top of the deck. And the tools that they have are interesting. A lot of the green purple decks are playing John Silver, the 6-mana card from set 1 that got a reprint. This thing, every time it quests, one of your opposing characters, I think, gains Reckless. Why don't you pull that one up? Nathan?
I'm
Pull up John
I'm
Silver.
way ahead of you.
Yeah.
I think it's on play and quest, right?
Yeah, it's just like every turn you get to give Reckless to at least one character.
We should talk about the most important green card, which is the crocodile.
Louis.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
This French crocodile from the Tiana movie, also known as The Princess and the Frog, is a 4/3 that enters exerted, and it gives an opposing character Reckless. Again, some people not very good because they just get to trade one of their 1-drops like Royal Guards or Rafiki into it. But again, some people it's a complete powerhouse. Giving a Nala on the other side Reckless is an 0/2 with basically nothing to sing, nowhere to go. So that can be a pretty damaging blow against the Amber Steel decks.
And it can also be really good against Genie. But what is a play that you can make right after you play Genie that kind of counters the Louis ability?
You can sing.
Or?
All right, take it away, Ryan.
On 5.
Yes.
I mean, Elsa's not big enough to get around Louis.
It's a new card.
Oh, it's a new card.
that
You can
get-
play Dumbo and tap your genie to draw a card.
Good
Yeah.
job. Let's
that is
go.
good. Yeah.
That is a really solid play because not all of the colors have songs to play anymore,
Right.
right? So you can imagine you can sing Strength, but what if you're playing green purple? Then you got the Dumbo play, or you can maybe sing the +3 and gain evasive until your next turn card.
It's pretty crafty because you have the ink to just exert him to draw a card and gain a lore. I like that.
Exactly. So Dumbo is dumb.
Anyway, no, we were finding that a lot in testing. Ryan and I spent the last weekend jamming into each other, and we found that there are like a lot of spots in games where you kind of get to trick on your opponent one way or the other. So an example is we were playing Purple Steel with the Tinkerbell shift line, which I want to talk to you about a little bit. This is the 3-cost 1/3, basically the Minnie Mouse Surfer, but it's Tinkerbell now, and the Steel 4/5 Tinkerbell that we all know and love, deals 1 damage to every So Ryan at one point hung out a Tinkerbell, just played a Tinkerbell, damaged everything. He gains control of the board, or so he thinks. Because then I get to play the legendary Goofy that a lot of people are playing. Quest with everybody, heal them all, and then untap them.
Yep.
Basically the end of the game.
That sucked.
Another
yeah,
thing that's
when-
been coming up in testing a lot is they'll give one of my Amber Steel characters Reckless, and I'll use it to sing, get a 2-drop back. And it just feels like, ooh, if you can get some sort of like cute little interactions on top of interactions in this format, it seems like big game.
Yes. Yeah, there are a lot of turning moments, and it doesn't feel like the Lorcana that we're used to, where it's like a huge swing. You're like losing on the board, and then all of a sudden you play a Sisu or Be Prepared, and the game just completely flips. In this game, it's like you got to make every card go the distance.
Yeah, when
so
you're losing, you're like, well, I'm losing. This is it. So like every turn 1 to 3 is like so critical.
So the thing that I want to circle back to
Yeah.
is the red shells. I do think that is possible that a red shell is good, and I'm going to talk about the two that I have seen / played / have been trying to figure out is red steel, because they have the best combination of 1-drops that let you deal with the early game, and then the late game you have the best songs. Right? And so in the early game for Red Steel, Moana and Captain Hook are great because they just work perfectly together. And Red Steel hasn't been a deck before, so now we get to see that synergy, which is great, right? Because Moana can't attack without a captain in play, and that's a captain. And then you can play the 3-drops John Silver, which gives you Alien and captain synergy, which works perfectly with the 3-cost Lilo. So that is like a really cool angle. One of the most important cards in the red shell, and the real reason why we should be considering it is the 3-cost that
It's the other John Silver.
it's the 3-cost that ETB
Makes
Oh,
something
wrong
unable
one.
to
Wrong one. You were shaking your head at me.
make something unable to challenge, I think, or maybe
I
Quest.
switched
yeah.
like 6 cards in a row. So I was going
You're
so
doing good.
hard.
You're doing
great. Lady Goofy is the most slept on card, and is the game changer for Red Steel. It is the new Maui.
The
Which-
2/4?
Which Goofy are we talking about?
No, it's the Sea Look. You guys don't even know which Goofy I'm talking about. It's a 6-cost uninkable
Oh.
Goofy with evasive and rush. It's a 5/5. And pull it up.
Yeah,
there
it's
it
right
is.
there.
This card's been around. This card's a limited powerhouse.
Well, it's a powerhouse in construction now. And it's one of the main reasons why you should be considering playing red.
I'm not playing this card.
So now let's talk about the other angle. The reason why blue-red can not play like the normal game plan is because it gets to skip a lot of steps, right? It can get to the Maui Sharks. It can get to like everything super fast. So it doesn't really need to have 1-drops. And it proved itself to do that last set. But in this set, it's a little bit more difficult because there's no Be Prepared. But the thing about it is I think that the blue-red shell is going to be built around, what is that New Orleans song?
Down in New Orleans, the
Yes.
Dino, as they call it.
So what does that card say?
Basically, you look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You choose a card that costs.
Is it top 4?
No, it's 3.
Is it 3? Is it that bad?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, 3.
I
Okay.
could say 5.
Dang. But essentially, I think that is the way that you want to play that card.
But Zan, this card is horrible.
Okay, let me explain. So what you're trying to do is Maui Shark, the Rockstar guy, a power line, and Goofy. So
All of them can sing this song.
all
all
of them
of them
can sing
cost
the song,
6.
and you can all hit with hit.
That's the best thing in the deck you can get off of this.
Yes, exactly. And so the other thing that you're trying to do is dig a little deeper.
Oh, yeah. Dig a little deeper, baby. This is look at the top 8. Get 2, put them in your hand.
Exactly.
This card is, weirdly enough, dig through time for Magic the Gathering.
It is, and it's a sing together card, so it's not that difficult to pull off because you can have two cost power lines. And so I think so now then you talk about, okay, what songs do I have in the mix? You have pretty much Be King Undisputed, and then what's the 6
Pirate's Life.
Pirate's Life, yes.
Eye to Eye not getting in your conversation?
No, Eye does not fit in this. But so yeah, so I think that the blue red deck, if it is going to see play, it's going to see play through that. It doesn't have a board wipe. But the board wipe that I believe in, that has a shot, is just because aggro decks exist, is the 8 cost guy. What's his name? He's from Atlantis.
Isle Tiberius Rourke.
Yes.
Your favorite card from Testing for Worlds.
Yes. It is at 8 cost. When you ink a card, deal 2 damage to everybody, including your stuff.
Nice.
Oh, it's the exploding guy.
Exploding guy.
People are gonna need to see this card.
That
Yeah.
guy.
Nah, and this is kind of the best option we got. So we may need to play some copies of that, but maybe not. Who knows?
Who even knows? And then talk to me a little bit about, like, let's move on from the red package. So that's why it didn't make top 8, is because a lot of the things you're describing are like, or top 5.
It's like there's a possibility, but are we exactly gonna get there at the beginning of the format? No, it needs to like react to like the top 3 decks when they are solidified, and then the red shells can come out and be like, yeah, we're good at beating only these 2 decks, and
But that's good enough.
that's good enough.
Right.
But right now it's too wide for this shell, in my opinion. I can't figure it out. I don't feel like the red shell is going to be like one of those decks that's like, oh, I can play against anything and I can beat it. No, it's gonna be much more narrow.
Yeah, I think the reason that I chose Amber Steel instead of Purple Steel like you guys is that I just feel like even if every interaction goes well for you, but you don't end up killing all my guys in the late game, I still win on the play 80 to 100% of the time. And then
80 to 100?
80 to 100, one of those numbers.
That's wild.
It's pretty good.
I had people on my space saying 100. I had people on my space saying 100.
What are
100 is
they
very
playing
high.
against babies?
Oh, now we're back here. They're playing on Lorcanito.
They're baby.
Bunch of babies on Lorca. If you play Lorcanito, you are a baby. Also, are we even supposed to say Lorcanito? Who knows?
What is that?
Right.
What are you talking about?
What do you?
What are you talking about? That's what everyone wants to know, dude. I'm like, I have a podcast. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
All right. So what was the next thing that you were talking about after when I did this like rewind thing?
That's what I'm saying. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. I'm having a crisis right now about it.
Okay, so let's talk about why I think that the steel shell lines up against everything. Fire the cannons.
Done.
Fire the cannons.
Pretty good.
Calhoun's pretty good as well. You also have.
I think Calhoun is a bit overrated. It is. It's fine, but it's not like the piece that like makes everything great. It's the one cost that do it right. Like let's name them all. Royal Guards for purple. And then
Card's so
Rafiki for purple.
Yep.
Then Captain Hook, which is an upgraded Rafiki.
Which is also Rafiki. Captain Hook came first anyway. So, and then which art do you prefer of Captain Hook? I like the new one.
I like the classic.
I think they both have one's a little bit bigger, like stand outish, but then like the classic one is just like so classic.
It's the first one, and it's not close.
Yeah.
I like the new one because it's got a little more red on it.
New boys.
Yeah.
I like the mysteriousness.
There's definitely an aura
He's like
farming nature. Of
Yeah.
He's like standing. He's like walking through the water.
Yeah, it's like you can imagine it. He just like fought against Peter Pan, fell in the water, washed up on this island, and is coming out to beat up Peter Pan.
Yeah, but what's his name again?
Swashbuckle.
Yeah.
What's his name again? What character are we talking about?
What?
Captain Hook.
Captain?
Right, Hook. Exactly, Hook. If you look at the art that you're talking about, he's got a sword.
That's even cooler.
No, it's not, because he should be called Captain Sword then.
All right, so in the comments, you guys got to tell us if you prefer the original art or the new art, and
Pull 'em up.
I'll flash them across the screen. Oh no, I don't know if I can actually do both.
While he works on that, it's a great time to say that
Yeah, that's the best one.
Yeah, that's good.
he has a sword.
Wait, is he holding the? How is he holding the
I think
the lantern?
What do you mean, in his hand?
And
you gotta
then
remember, he like replaces things on his
Oh,
hook
he does.
thing.
He's
his hook
like
hand.
not a hook, it's a sword.
he made it
Yeah.
into a sword. That's so sick.
Because he's
Anyway.
got Challenger. He's going to battle.
Anyway, now's a great time to say that if you like this podcast and if you made it this far, that it's an awesome a way to help us grow. We're always trying to grow for you guys. A way that you can help our channel grow is to like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. It's free for you to do. It helps us a lot. And also leave a comment. I guess today, if you don't know what comment to leave, you can leave a comment saying which art of Captain Hook that you like better. I imagine that's going to be a massacre. Or comment which of us has the maybe closest relationship to our Labubu's. And the answer can't be Ryan.
You guys didn't even tell me you were painting.
We don't
It's
leave
just
anywhere
my-
without.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
just
go
on my
anywhere
book
without my
bag.
Labubu.
It's just on my book bag. I wasn't gonna do this, but here I am.
So it probably shouldn't be Zan either. Okay, great. I just wanted to put that in there. And now let's get back to our podcast.
Yes.
And we're going to talk now about, I think we've talked, the meta to death. Those are our top decks. If you are the genius deck builder that can break this format, this is the week for you to do it. First big events are in, I think, Philly or just south of Philly. There's a huge, basically 8-10 case tournament.
Oh, nice.
And then if you're a little bit south, of course, the SSG event is, not to be ignored.
So we're not going there this weekend. We're going there next weekend.
Next weekend. So we have one more weekend to sort of solidify anything and, get our practice in. I know on Sunday I'm going to go see Chris Fleming. So that's really exciting for me. He's a talented comedian.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be in Austria.
You're going to go to Austria.
Yeah, I'm going to Austria for Lorcana.
This makes a lot of sense to me because you've always been a really big fan of the sound of music.
Oh, cool.
Which, of course, takes place in Austria.
Oh, great.
Arnold Schwarzenegger from there as well.
Nice.
Is that a Disney movie? Sound of Music?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
It's not at all. Whatever. I think it's anyway. Yeah. And I guess we'll hear more about what you're doing in Austria in the coming weeks.
Yeah, when I get back, I'll explain why I was there for Lorcana.
Great.
But for right now, it's a surprise.
Somebody could figure it out if they were really diving in the lore of where everybody is in Lorcana.
Yeah, they could probably figure it out. If you figure it out, leave it in the comments.
Nice. We already did our call to action. Yeah. So I mean, what else? What else is there? There's Infinity format, which we've talked about. None. Do you think it's about time, or do you just want to leave that under the covers? My plan is still to play the deck that you want to set championships with that has Sheriff of Nottingham.
Yeah. You can find that on my Metafy.
You can also find it on inkdex.com
Oh, shoot.
because you want to set championship with it.
Yeah, there's an updated version.
Oh, updated version on his Metafy. That's big game. That's something to talk about. That's something that's actually worth plugging, I think, right? There's an updated version of the Blue Steel list on your Metafy.
Yeah. I just started seeing that people were buying it. I was like, oh, why are they buying it? I'm like, oh, they're trying to figure out.
Trying to figure out what to do for the Invitational.
Yeah.
Are you going to update it so that it beats the green-blue items menace that threatens to wipe out all the Blue Steel decks?
I don't even have to do anything. That deck just loses to itself.
Yeah, well, I'm playing green-blue. So, actually, because I only care about beating you at the Invitational.
Okay.
Great.
And then I can win.
I called those kamikaze decks.
I'm going to play Amber Steel aggro at the Invitational because I think it got better with Nala. Because now you can't shock my Piglet anymore, so you're going to lose.
Okay, so you play Nala,
Yeah,
and then you just like win.
that's what I'm saying.
Doesn't Bell kill Nala?
Oh my god.
Did I just present the
pretty-
answer that's
that one's
already
pretty
baked
bad.
in?
That's horrible.
Play
was-
Bell, and Nala's gone.
Oh my god. But how much damage did I deal back to your bell?
Yeah. Do you remember when you play a Tipo and then you can last cannon it to take out your Daisy Duck?
What are you talking about? No.
Oh,
Last cannon?
You don't remember the last cannon?
Oh, you're talking about this stupid artifact that gives something.
item.
It's an item that gives something Challenger 3
Yes.
when it enters?
No.
Just
right there. You can look at
Look
it.
at it right there.
no.
Cost 1 to play. Cost 1 to sacrifice.
Oh, you have to sacrifice it. I remember this.
But I get to keep my Tipo.
Yeah, but now, okay, so I can't play Ember Steel this weekend in either format. It sounds like, which is so crazy because
No, you can play Ember Steel and Core Constructed.
I
Yeah,
can't. I'll
absolutely.
die to all of you purple steel bullies.
No, I think
we'll eat each
I think
other.
that you could easily still win the tournament if you played Amber Steel.
Right. If I just win the die rolls all day, I think I'd win the tournament.
Yeah.
Which, gives me a pretty good shot because I'm terrible at card games. For example, with Bobby Zamersky, when I draw a card, discard a card, I just choose one at random because I don't know what's going on.
Cool.
You should get your opponent to choose.
I literally am always just like, well, I'm just going to roll a dice if that's okay with you. All right, go. And they're always like, I can't believe I'm losing to this guy. What can I say?
What can he say?
What can I say? I'm not good at the game and I win all the time. Beat Jonathan Williams in the finals of the SSG.
That is cool. You know, one thing that was really interesting that I just found out about is the High Roller tournament that I won at SSG.
Yes.
It did not qualify for this invitational.
Oh, were you talking to Kendall?
Yeah.
Because he was sad that he didn't qualify.
Oh, because he would have qualified through that.
Yeah, I was like in shock because he was like, "I'm not qualified." I was like, "What are you talking about? We both made
He
top
went
8
to-
of that
yeah.
one. He made top 4.
And he was on Amber Emerald, I think.
Yeah,
that was
like the
pretty
worst
spicy
deck
for
ever.
him.
The worst.
Yeah, it's interesting because there was another tournament that weekend that did qualify you for the invitational, so they didn't make it a double invitational qualifier.
Yeah.
So is he playing Saturday, hoping to LCQ in?
Yes.
Wow. Is he staying with us?
Who's booking?
Oh, we've already booked. We
Okay,
got
yeah.
it.
Hell yeah.
Nice. We got a place. It's
We got a
5
place.
people. You, me, Kendall, and these two.
And
I
we're
don't know
driving
if Kendall-
down.
I actually
Drunk.
don't know if Kendall's staying with us because there are world class people that are
Qualified
qualified
for the invitational.
for the
I bet
invitational.
they'll have a house again.
They'll have a
Yeah,
house.
they'll
in
fly him out. They'll fly him out. They'll give him some sunglasses, some, pump up
They do.
shoes.
Hey, we're staying near the beach.
They don't pay for that.
A fur collar jacket and some tight leather skirt for Kendall. What are we talking about?
What
They're
are
gonna
you?
get
What,
him
what are
done
you?
up.
What are you
What are you
talking
talking
about?
They're gonna give him the pumps, blowout hairstyle.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's gonna look great. I don't think I need coffee.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good stopping point.
All right, well, I'll do the outro, I guess.
Yeah, you got it.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. This has been an amazing podcast. If you want to know where to find me, you can find me on Twitter at MoxJeremy. My big thing that I do is I do a space every Monday morning from 7 to 9. Super lively chat environment, and in a ecosystem like right now where it's sort of anybody's metagame. Super fun to hop in there, defend your ideas. It's got a lot of back and forth, a lot of arguing, a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm Jeremy. You can find me on Twitter at MoxJeremy. Ryan, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter as well at ATL Ryan Walked.
Okay, and then Nathan.
You can find me on Twitter as well, and it's just Nathan Tripp, 2 P's and an E.
Nice. And Sam, where can they find you?
You're already here. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye everybody.
Bye.